Hello learners, welcome to Cafdil lessons. I am Susanna Jenny London, your English language teacher. Our topic for English language today is on determiners. But before we start with that, let's mark our homework on the previous lesson. The instruction reads, find out the cardinals and the ordinals in the short passage. So I read, my father bought a Nissan car for my mother on her 60th birthday. My aunt, a younger sister of my mother, brought, in the bracket we have 2 and 2nd, big cakes. Another bracket we have 1 and 1st. Of the cakes was shared by 50th people at the party. My father also gave 1 or 1st pie to each who came to the party. The birthday party took place on the 9th of February 2021. The people were happy and thanked my father for the gift. The lesson was about the use of cardinals and ordinals. And we said cardinals show quantity of numbers of people or things, and ordinals show the position of person in competition like quizzes and debates. So cardinals shows numbers 1, 2, 3, etc. And ordinals shows position, the first position in the class test or the examination, the quiz and the rest. So let's see how we mark the homework. My father bought a Nissan car for my mother on the 60th birthday. My aunt, a younger sister of my mother, brought 2 big cakes. One of the cakes was shared by the 50 people at the party. My father also gave 1 pie to each who came to the party. The birthday party took place on the 9th of February 2021. The people were happy and thanked my father for the gift. So now we can see the difference of the use of cardinals, which shows numbers, and ordinals, which shows quantity of position of people in competition. So we see 60th birthday. Then we see 2 big cakes. One of the cakes was shared by 50 people, which is cardinals. And my father also gave 1 pie to each who came to the party. The birthday party took place on the 9th of February 2021. The people were happy and thanked my father for the gift. The people were happy and thanked my father for the gift. So now we know how to use cardinals and ordinals. Cardinals showing the number of people, and ordinals showing position in a competition or examination, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and etc. I hope you all had the homework correct. Good. Now, our topic is on determiners, as I already told you. And by the end of the lesson, you will be able to use each, all, and both in sentences. All these are some of the determiners we are going to learn about. Use each, all, and both in sentences. Each is used to show one thing, person, or idea. Again, each is used to show one thing, person, or idea. As I already said, by the end of the lesson, you will be able to use each, all, and both in sentences. Each, both, and all. Each is used to show one thing, person, or idea. 2. Each girl had a new dress. As we can see, Each in the second sentence is talking about only one girl. Each is used to show one thing, person, or idea. Each girl had new dress. Each of the boys brought pen to school. Maybe let's assume in the class. Each of the boys in the class brought pen to school. So here we are talking about one boy, each of the boys, right? Each of the books have been covered with brown paper. You have many exercise books, and each of the books have been covered with brown paper, talking about one of the books. Good. Now let's go to the use of both. Both is used for two persons, things, and ideas. Let's take it again. Both is used for two persons, things, and ideas. Example: both Mary and Margaret are from Mankasim. Both Mary and Margaret are from Mankasim. How many people did we mention in the sentence? Mary and Margaret. And we say both for two. Both Mary and Margaret are from Mankasim. We go to the next sentence. Both sisters, Araba and Essie, were present at the party. How many people are we talking about? Araba and Essie. So both sisters, Araba and Essie, were present at the party. Now, let's look at the use of all. All is used for more than two persons, things, and ideas. Again, all is used for more than two persons, things, and ideas. For example, all the boys in the class have paid their fees. How many boys are we talking about? We are talking about all the boys, more than two. All the boys in the class have paid their fees. Good. All the boys were asked to read the compound. Was it only one boy or two? No. All the boys in the school were asked to read the compound. So this is how we use all for more than two. All the boys were asked to read the compound. All the boys were asked to read the compound. Not only one, but all of them. Good. Now, each, we know how we can use it. Both and all. Let's now see some examples of sentences using each, both, and all. The first sentence reads, Kojo and Ato are friends. How many people did we mention? Two, Kojo and Ato. Now let's continue the sentence. They both come from Ada. They both come from Ada. So here we are talking about two people, Kojo and Ato. Good. And we say they both come from Ada, two people. Let's go to the next sentence. Esi, Araba, and Mansa came here. How many people did we hear? Esi, Araba, and Mansa came here. Three people, more than two. So let's see how we're going to make the sentence. They all came with their books. Since there are more than one and two, we say they all came with their books. Esi, Araba, and Mansa came here, and they all came with their books. Good. Each student has an exercise book. How many students are we talking about? One. So we use each. There are many students in the classroom, but each student has an exercise book. Good. The next sentence. Ama, Ekua, and Efua are good girls. How many people did we mention? Ama, Efua, and Ekua, 3 girls. And now we say, all the girls have a new dress. All the girls have a new dress. There are more than 1 and 2. So we say all the girls have a new dress. To the next sentence. The students came to class early today. Here we are talking about all the students. So we say the students came to class early today. So to complete the sentence, we'll say they have all paid their school fees. Because none of them is owing, they have all paid their school fees and they came to school early today. Good. Let's see the next sentence. Each goes with singular. As I told you, each talks about one person. So each goes with singular. For example, a person, thing, or a place. Let's see the sentence. Each student in the class had a new school uniform. Many children in the class. Each student, each of them, each student in the class had a new school uniform. To the next sentence. The passengers boarded the bus. Both James and Mark were late and were asked to stand in the bus. How many people were late? James and Mark, 2 people. So both James and Mark were late and were asked to stand in the bus. Both for 2 people. Good. Both tables were broken and was taken to the carpenter's shop to fix them. How many tables were broken? Both. It means 2. Both tables were broken and was taken to the carpenter's shop to fix them. To the next sentence. Here we see both and all. Both and all go with plural. Both, 2. All, many. So both and all go with plural. Example, 2, 3, 4, and more. Let's see the sentence. The passengers boarded the bus. Both James and Mark were late and were asked to stand in the bus. There were many passengers, but only James and Mark were late, and therefore they were asked to stand in the bus. Both tables were broken and was taken to the carpenter's shop to fix. Right? Now, the passengers boarded the bus, and both James and Mark were late and were asked to stand in the bus. So there were many passengers in the bus, but only James and Mark were late, and therefore they were asked to stand in the bus. Both tables were broken and were taken to the carpenter's shop to fix them. So both, 2. Okay. Now, so far from what we've learned about determinants, the use of each, all, and both, let's see how we can do this homework. The instruction is, select the correct use of each, all, and both in the paragraph. Let's read it together. Last week, my school Mary, Queen of Peace, had an open day. Letters were sent to all, both each parent to attend. In the bracket, we have all the determinants. All, both, each. The teachers made sure each pupil did her work neatly before they submitted the work. All, both, each. The parents present were made to write their remarks in a special notebook. All, both, each. The parents were glad to be present at the open day. Now I'll give you time to copy the homework. If you have any problem, go back to the notes, read carefully, and it will help you to do the homework correctly. Until we meet again, it's bye-bye.